Good morning, Warren County. Your host, Kelly Walker Slaughter here at Warren First 931, all local, all the time. Be watching our social medias, whether that is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify, because coming up today, we are going to be having a lot, and I mean a lot of videos. And again, thanks to Jonathan Wick with Community TV TN. I couldn't do the stuff I do without him when it comes to our videos and more. We do have a lot of, we have videos. I got some more of the Dogwood Walking Trail parts 3 and 4 coming up for your pleasure, as well as we have, and I want to make sure I tell you exactly some of the videos that's going to be popping up today and as well as tomorrow, just so you can see. And it's going to give you, I'm just going to share it on our socials so you can, when you click on it, it's going to go right directly to my YouTube account. And let me go back right fast. And good morning to everybody on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you for following me on here. And don't forget that after the show, we get together and I get all the stuff put on. Morning, Jackie. Morning, Rhonda. Sent a request to be in your live video. Jackie, do you want to be in my live video this morning? Just asking, because you sent that yesterday too. So today I'm going to be sending the links to History with Haley on the 2 videos about the Dogwood Walking Trail, because it's a 4-part series. It was an amazing walking through the cemetery and learning all the cool history about it. Also, I'm going to be showcasing the highlights from our Sprint for Specials 10K with Vanessa Miller and them. It was such an amazing time and so perfect to air that this week, because of course this weekend is going to be the McMinnville Special Games with all the Olympic Games and stuff. That's going to be held this Saturday. And I'll give you more details on that when I get to where I need to be. So, all right, as well. And I actually might have to dodge and go outside and grab my little notebook, because I had written some stuff down and I was like, I don't need that notebook. I'll be fine. But hold on one second. Oh, okay, back at it. So we do have a lot of events coming up this week, especially the ones I'm fixing to tell you guys. But before I get into all this, do not forget, if you want to stay in the know and, just be a part of anything really, is to be a part of following us on these essentially social medias, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify. Also, being a part of our text club, texting the keyword Warren First to 931-305-0869. You will get messages from me, whether it's about storms, school closures, important things coming up in the community, in our area. And I will say this, one thing that is important to our community is, the election that is coming up in July. And so I'm going to post about when early voting's coming up that week, leading into that week, and then also too, if there's events out there that is important to you that you want people to know about, let me know, because coming up, my next text that I'm going to be putting out, that's going to be sending out tomorrow, is specifically talking about all the events going on Saturday. Because everybody's like, I didn't know about that. And I'm like, well, girl, I got you. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Is that better when I like? Yeah, it is. So with that said, text the keyword 931-305-0869, and that is going to get you to be in our text club. And you're going to actually, right off the bat, get a link sent to you from me saying, thank you for joining us. And here's a quick link to our community calendar with all our events on that and more. And by signing up, you get that automatically. Now, you have to have an email account. You don't have to have a Gmail account to look at it. You just have to have an account in general. If you don't have email or things like that, please notify me and let me know so I can send you, like I have with some people, I actually message out bi-weekly schedules. So that, because it keeps me ahead, it keeps you guys ahead, because I have people all the time telling me I didn't know about this event. So, all right. Before anything else moving forward, I'm going to let Missy Telefaro give you the weather for Tuesday and for Wednesday. And there you go. We'll play that a couple of times throughout the day. Speaking of weather, because everybody's like, what's the weather going to be like? Storm planning, some parents do that, like myself, and if, you don't have any kids anymore in the nest and you need to know. The National Weather Service here in Tennessee, they did say, so you want to know about the chances of severe weather? Let us start by saying the next 48 to 68 hours are potentially to be very busy. It won't be busy for every single person at the same exact time, though. But in the graphics below, you can find everything we know about the storm chances for today through Thursday. So I know it's information overload, they said, but here's what you can do. It said, 1, go ahead and have severe weather plan in place now. So like for us on our severe weather plan, if something does bad happen, we need to stay indoors, stay away from the windows. If the wind picks up, you don't want any debris to break glass and you be near that. If it ever became a tornado-like situation, we've always told Walker, depending on where he's at, you need to find the safest bathroom or ask the people that you're with, whether it's us or whoever, where's the safest spot. So we're all on the same page. If we are at my house, the bathroom, the kids' bathroom actually is the one that I tell the kids to go to because it's in the middle of the house. And we have to grab the baby's baby crib mattress to put over us for, so if something does come down and try to hit us, little things like that. And, it's not too shabby to have, like, in case something does happen as far as emergency planning, is having like a small little first aid kit that can be on the go and handy that you can take with you, as well as just, even if it's a couple or two of water bottles, handy just to have. And then we always, when severe weather hits, we always have our candles and or I should say tea lights, the ones with the batteries going. And then we do have the candles out in case the tea lights go away. But just to be safe, because I don't want to start a fire in the house either. I'm always scared about that if severe weather does hit and be like, well, it gets everything but a little bit, but then the candle's still going and then lights it up. So with that said, always have a plan in place. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. There is a chance of severe weather both tonight and tomorrow. Just everybody will be aware of, which means you need to have a way to get woken up if warnings are issued. Leave your cell phones on. Most weather alerts on your cell phones will not make a sound if your phone is on silent. And that's true. So the past couple of nights I've had my phone turned on because you can't hear that, noise when it is. 3, always take a deep breath. We know storms can be scary. We all have been impacted by them. We will get through this. Here's helpful website from our coworkers at the Norman, Oklahoma office about storm anxiety. And then lastly, from the Storm Weather Service, They say, finally, we cannot address every single question about when storms will be there. Having issues finding yourself on this map, refer to our Where Are You Wednesday series from last summer. And again, if you look at it, I'm going to share this because it's already been shared over 500 times. But you can check it out on our Warren First Facebook page as of right now. I can't share it to Instagram right away. Apologize. And a shout out to everybody watching us on Instagram and on Facebook and YouTube. I can't see all the messages. I can see my Instagram, and I apologize. I could do that with my Facebook, but I just can't see. I just can't see. Let's see. Only 3 days. This was posted about 46 minutes ago. The Ayers Foundation Trust here in Warren County for the high school students. Only 3 days left to our senior day signing. So remember, the program begins at 9:30 a.m. this Friday in the gym. Seniors, please be sure to that you are here by 9 a.m. at the very latest to ensure that you're lined up for the ceremony correctly. Parents may watch the program on Warren County High School TV, which that's a YouTube channel that you can easily find. I think I'll share the link. I'm going to share this first while I'm on here. And then while I'm actually thinking about it, let me look it up for you because I'm going to forget. I was going to do it yesterday. Warren County High School TV. YouTube channel, so I can share that in the link for you guys. That's I should probably type in Warren County. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate you liking my comment. Let's see here. I think this is it right here. Pretty sure. I'm going to double check before I like it. Because this is how parents, if you have a senior at the Warren County High School and you want to see the signing day and stuff, yeah, this is it. Let me share it. Copy. Don't need that anymore. And then let me go back to my page. So you can actually, I'm going to edit this right quick. If you have a high school senior at the Warren County and you want to be able to watch them do their senior ceremony this Friday, I am sharing you guys the link to the Warren County High School TV page so you guys can be able to see your, your sweetie, your little baby, and you can check that out. So quick link is set right there. But if you want to look up it, you can type in Warren County Schools Television, and that's how you can watch it. And in case you miss it, I'm going to try to cut my feed off early so I can share the live feed as well for you guys that day so I don't miss that 9:30 mark for you guys. A couple of things I do want to share with you as well that we were getting right into. I actually had Anna here from Tops ask me about it as well. So this Saturday, make plans. If you're like me and you have kids that like doing crafty things with you, Georgia's Sweet Shop is doing a Mommy and Me classes on May the 11th, the day before officially Mother's Day. But if you want to celebrate a little bit early like we are with some sweets, I say do it. So on May 11th, it's a Mommy and Me cookie decorating class. It's offered at 12:30, 1:30, and 2:30. And what it looks like is it looks like it might be just a 30-minute to an hour kind of class, which I think is really neat because, kids' time spans, their attentions go off the roof. So with that said, it's only $20 per mom and your one child. So for $20, that covers two of you guys. And this is for ages 4 and plus. Even though my baby, I'm going to get tickets for me and my mama is going to be doing the cookies with Randy Jane. So even though she is fixing to turn 2, I'm still paying the $20 fee because I just don't know how else that's going to work. So, but these classes are loosely structured and designed for moms and kids to have fun while decorating cookies together. You will decorate 3 flower cookies, and all supplies will be included. We are so excited to offer this for Mother's Day experience for you and your little or big one. It's going to be located at the McMinnville Chamber of Commerce on May 11th. 3 class times to choose from. Please visit our website for more information and to purchase your tickets. Another big event coming up. We've posted this actually in our newsletter, which they are all at all the locations except for one now. After I leave here today, I'm going to go and go to McMinnville Drugstore or Center and give these out to them. But of course, this week we have featured our May the 4th be with you, Star Wars edition, as I call it. But with that said, we have several stories. We went back to the Strip that week. We're going to be discussing, we're talking about the National Day of Prayer that happened last week. Covenant Academy held their annual golf tournament as well. And another thing, I'm going to just double pack on this. So this morning, of course, in our newsletter starting this week until election is over, it's the page we're calling it One Nation. So attention to all our Republican, Independent, and Democratic parties. We will be posting your upcoming events here on our page in our newsletter, as well as we're going to be posting on our social medias. We are here at Warren First, and we recognize the importance of the election this year. If these events are important to you, they are important to us. It's our utmost goal to provide events, without any issues. I promise we're not posting these because we're either for, we want it to be equal and neutral across the whole board, guys. So please message us on Facebook, Instagram. You can also message us at our email address, which is warrenfirst931@gmail.com. And we will we will be back to you as soon as possible. And we try to post them. And of course, we didn't have anything, but somebody did send us some information about Governor Lee, and we had to double check it. So you can read that a little blur right here of what legislative news that's going on currently. That was the most up to date and facts. Also, I talked about I did a little article. I'm so proud of myself. I always like to brag a little bit. Sorry, shameless brag. But it's called Eat My Bubbles, and it's a little segment on our swim team. It just got kicked off last week, and so I was so excited about that. We also we had a little feature about, the Soft Open. We were there this past month or last Monday that they're doing at the Well. So make sure you check that out. We talked about upcoming events like the Farm to Table that's going to be on August the 24th, as well as the follow-up, a little bit more information Carla Savage got with me and told me a little bit more of what was going on with Relay for Life this year. It is not on June the 1st. It's going to be on August the 24th this year. So in a little, and if you read the article in our newsletter, it tells you exactly what some of the upcoming events are going to be this year on August the 24th. And just to, tease a little bit, one of the schools that is a Relay for Life team is putting together a basketball game. And I don't know, I want to say from what it sounds like to me, from what I understood, is that Relay for Life is almost or completely taking over the detention at the elementary, which I think is so neat. So there's going to be a basketball game in the gymnasium area. They're going to have, I'm assuming the silent auction is all going to be in the banquet hall area. I know that they're not going to take up all the games. I think Carla was telling me about mountain climbing and something else. But with that said, we're going to get to utilize the detention at the elementary to our best ability, and I cannot wait. And then a shout out to Monica Moore for putting this together, a 5K night fun run. And I think that's going to be neat. So right after the Illuminari ceremony, they're going to kick off the fun run. And so it's just going to be something new and exciting and different. And I think that there's nothing wrong with changing a little bit of things a little up all the time. So, and I hope it works out for them and it's as successful as they have always been. We also talked about the Black House May Day event that happened over the weekend. A lot. When I tell you, I am so thankful for the women that's on my team. There's 5 of us total, and 4 of us go out and we get these stories and we put them out there for you guys to our best ability and get some pictures as well. I'm not going to tell you what our spilling of the tea stuff is, but here's the section. We had a little blurb about the Main Street Media, the radio station in town that was bought by Chad and Scott McDonald, which again, I'm so excited. Somebody locally bought the local radio station. I can't wait to see all the things to come. We also talked about the new, the local craft food and drink that's going to be on Morford Street. It's really neat and it's coming together. We talked to Ray and them, and the building looks amazing. And then, of course, I will tell you this one because it's it's close to my heart as well, like everything is, I say. But Warren Arts has sold their building that's located on Manchester Highway in Morse, going out towards Morrison. With that said, that doesn't mean Warren Arts is shutting down shop. They are still doing plays. They're working hand in hand with the Park Theater right now because Disco Inferno is coming up. They have several events coming up. They have camps, all this stuff. But they are going to be having a yard sale for all the Saturdays in May because it's a moving sale. And so they started it this last Saturday, and they're going to continue it on and to get as much stuff as they can out of the way. But again, until further notice, the Park Theater is helping them. So Ashley and Joe, they're doing a phenomenal job with that. Another thing that we are showcasing is in our features is it's called a second currently right now we're going to do it as a summer series, and we're started it in May. It's called a Second Chances page. And this week we are showcasing a dog called Xena. And it's so neat. And Missy Tillafaro, that's our weather lady, she has put this together alongside with Holly and them. And I want to tell you that with everything coming up, not this week, but a little teaser, they're going to be at the Generations Color Run and showcasing some of the dogs that have stayed in the facilities, whether it's with the Warren County Animal Control and Adoption Center, as well as the City of McMinnville Animal Control. And so we're going to be featuring 3 dogs between now and then. And Xena's the first one. And this gives you a little thing about it. And one thing about these dogs that we are showcasing, these fur babies are considered a sponsored adoption, which means you don't have to pay for the adoption fee, which is great. So you get a little tidbit. And lastly, everybody was wondering about, Kelly, you look amazing. You look great. What did you do? So when the big question was, what are you eating? And so I've decided to start a little Kelly's picnic pick page. And when you see my picks of the week, let me tell you, everything I have ate has been in moderation and portion sized. I don't overdo it. My biggest 2 things I've told people, and this is no joke, is because everybody's fists are different. So if you make a fist right now, and I hope you do this because this is so fun, and I learned this in a nutrition class. As everybody is different sizes, different shapes, all that, and our fist is the same. Our fist is not the same. So when I close my fist, my protein intake needs to be this big. Okay? And then you're like, well, what about your vegetables and everything else and your starches or whatnot? Your starches need to be a little over a half. So if that's like your potatoes or something like that, French fries, whatever. And then your veggies need to be double, 2 fists. True story. Whether you do it this way or that way. And if you do it that way, you'll get it. You'll get there. Everybody does. But I have my little things in there of stuff that I like and the websites that I use for meals. You're going to be seeing that. And I'm just going to be sharing 3 recipes each week in our meals. And it's going to be called Kelly's Picnic Picks. So I hope you enjoy those as much as I have. Let's go back to our Facebook because there's going back to what I was talking about, our One Nation page. So if you have an event that is coming up, whether you're a Democrat, Independent, or a Republican, there's already a post on here, which I'm going to pin it as well. But if you have an event that's important to you, it's important to us. So one event that is coming up this week that we do need to talk about is Robert McCormick. He's running for Tennessee State Representative, the 43rd District, against Paul Sherrill. And he is inviting everybody in the Warren County area and surrounding counties if you want. But, of course, the vote is for White and Warren County. That's who votes for this position, is White and Warren. But with that said, you're invited to a breakfast this Thursday at 7:30, and it's going to go from until 8:30 that day, and it's going to be at Fouch's. That's located at 1127 Sparta Street here in McMinnville, and it's going to be May the 9th, this Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30. It's a free public event. You can come and shake and howdy and talk with Robert and ask him, like, what makes you qualified for this position? Why do you want to be in this position? And, things like that. This is your time to meet these people that are running for these positions. So, again, this is Robert McCormick, Tennessee State Representative for the 43rd District. I apologize. It happens when the weather goes from hot to cold to stormy. I get like this all the time. I should just bring my Keurig that I have at home to make my tea and be done. Somebody yesterday, again, whether it's an election thing or a car wash thing or a yard sale thing, if these events in your life that you are hearing about is important to you guys, please let me know. Text me at 931-305-0869 with like the picture of the flyer, picture of the event itself, or you text it to me. Whatever the case may be, I need to know. Because yesterday, I put some more events in our community calendar, and I got to put in some more today because there is a ton of events coming up. One event that I got yesterday, thanks to Miss Jackie, is the Warren County High School Middle School football and competition cheer is having a yard sale on May 18th from 7:30 to 3 p.m., and it's going to be at the Warren County Middle School. Also, a little shout out this morning because, of course, it is Teacher Appreciation Week. A shout out to Miss Jennifer Flatt Meredith for your love and support with us at the Crouch House, with all the hard work and growth you do on Main Street and beyond. And we have teachers out there as well. We're going to do some shout outs too on top of that. Let's see. I did get this sent to me, so let's go with this. And I do also need to pin that so I don't lose it in all the hustle and bustle of everything else going on. Warren County High School graduation. And thanks again to the Warren County High School for making this post. They posted this yesterday sometime. They did a graduation rehearsal page as well as a graduation rain out. They have a rain schedule and everything. So with this said, graduation rehearsal is going to be on Friday, May the 17th, next Friday, at the Nunley Stadium at 9 a.m. It requires for all seniors, of course, graduation rehearsal is going to be, or graduation Friday, May 17th at 5:30 p.m. We'll load all at the Milner Recreation students in caps and gowns. Students are required to ride the bus to the stadium. 5:45 buses will leave the Milner Recreation Center. 6 p.m. the students will line up on the track. Must be in line to be counted present. 6:45 p.m. is the where it all starts at 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock the graduation ceremony begins. 30 minutes following the ceremony, buses will leave to return to the Milner Recreation Centers. Graduates are not required to ride the bus back, though, but they are required to ride the bus to the event. So if you're a parent out there listening, guardian, or whatever the case may be, if you have a senior graduating next Friday, they have to be on the bus to be counted as present. But when it goes back to, you don't have to drive it back to the Milner Recreation Center. Let's see, expectations. Appropriate behavior is expected. This is a family-friendly event, so please be respectful. No one is allowed on the field before or after the ceremony for security reasons. And of course, going to it, if it is rain, this is the rain schedule. No buses. In the event of rain on Friday, May 17th, the graduation ceremony will be held on Saturday, May the 18th at 5 p.m. Students will line up on the track, must be in line to be counted present. 6 p.m. ceremony begins. If raining on Saturday, May 18th, the graduation ceremony will be held on Monday, May the 20th at 5 p.m. And it just goes in the order. So hopefully on next Friday, everything, Mother Nature will be gracing us with some good weather. But in case it's not, we're going to make sure to put that in our newsletter. Next week's newsletter is going to be our graduation edition. And with that said, we do have a lot of events that we will talk about, but on the last few pages of our thing, it's going to have the schedules for our, not just high school, it's going to have the information for middle school, and it's also going to have the information about all the elementary schools as well. And with that said, if I can get to it right quick, because I have so many things going. And again, I want to say thanks to the Warren County High School for putting this together too. The senior walks for the other schools are, okay, I don't know who that is. Bobby Ray Elementary, Dibble, Morrison, Eastside, Centertown, and Hickory Creek are all on May 15th. And then West Elementary and Irving College are on the 16th of May. So next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, here are the dates and here's the times for each school for next Wednesday for senior walks. Bobby Ray, 8 a.m., Dibble, 8:30, Morrison, 8 o'clock, Eastside, 1 p.m., Centertown is 9:15, Hickory Creek is at 8 a.m., and a week from this Thursday on the 16th of May, West is at 7:45 and Irving College is at 8:45. So to give you a little bit of what is going on, this gnat is going to be the death of me. But it is what it is. Continuing on with schools, I just want to say, this week we are showcasing the love for all our teachers. Tomorrow is my day to give my teachers their gifts. So I got to finish getting those together today as well. But again, it all started really last Friday. And this whole week is Teacher Appreciation Week, as well as I don't know if it's this week or another week, but I think it's also Nurses Appreciation Week, or it's coming up one day this month. But with that said, I want to make sure to give shout outs to all the teachers that are mentioned. We would like to say Brittany Martin George at Hickory Creek and Tara Jane Lewis at Bobby Ray. We love both of you, and you both have helped our child more than you know. Thank you to Mr. Brian Charles Ferguson, Miss Katie, Miss Shauna, for being so amazing with David and helping him grow every day. The patience and care y'all have for the SPED students is incredible. Also, let's see. Susie Durham is absolutely fabulous. So thank you for her and all she does for the students. Her communication with parents is also the best. Amanda Collier at Hickory Creek. Somebody even said literally every teacher at Centertown Elementary School. Michelle O'Neill and Yanise Bratcher, Holly Cox, and Crystal Burgess. from Brookside Head Start. Bailey Whitty at Boyd Christian. Allison Killian, kindergarten at Dibbrell, goes all the extra miles for her kiddos. Sue Darby at Boyd Christian. Alicia Laura Rodriguez at the Warren County High School, and Angelica Parsley at Hickory Creek. Miss Misty Parsley, Hannah Johnson at Boyd, as well as Amanda Key from Boyd Christian and Jessica Akers from Boyd Christian School. Midway Head Start teachers, Miss Lynn Foster, Miss Christy Jones, Winnie Simmons, and Caitlin Sloan. Drew Milligan at Boyd Christian School. Thank you to Miss Megan Sadlin, Miss Hillary Hollis Hale, and Miss Chloe Sofuentes for loving my boy this year and getting him ready for a scary middle school. Love you, ladies. Miss Sherry Burnett at the Warren County High School. Her passion for her students is second to none. We love her so much. Melanie Barnes Crothers at Centertown. She goes above and beyond for her students. We are so thankful for her. It takes a very special person to teach and is amazing at it. My child loves her. And lastly, Sherry Taylor at Centertown. And I'm going to make mentions of that throughout the week. So you have Wednesday tomorrow to post some more. I'm not going to be on for tomorrow's show because I will be here. I'll be somewhere Thursday. I don't know if it's here or somewhere else. I was asked, but I'm waiting to hear back to see if I can go over there or not. But I'm going to be live either here or somewhere special. Let's see. Anything else that I've pinned? Don't forget, I do have a red ribbon cutting coming up on May 23rd. I would love anybody and everybody out there that is watching this, that supports me, to come out and just to be a part of this amazing journey I've been on. And you don't have to be a member to show up. So come on, show up and show out, as I say. I will be serving a little taste of McMinnville from as many local restaurants as I can possible. I could be more excited about this event. And, you know, I couldn't be where I am today without my family, my friends, and, of course, you guys, the community, for being there. So please mark your calendars for my red ribbon cutting on May the 23rd at 11:30 at the Chamber of Commerce. So a couple of other events that are coming up, because I thought I shared them, but if not, I have my notebook so I can remember them. I had to go outside for that right quick. That's the thing I shared. Yes. Oh, I do want to say a shout out to Scott and them at McMinnville Moving and Storage. I had such a great time with them yesterday, coming in and talking about their big moving day that they're going to be doing on June the 1st. And so if you have any item that you would like to donate to families in crisis, and you're doing some spring cleaning or you're moving yourself, you know, let them know, make plans, call McMinnville Moving and Storage ahead of time, because again, they have access to the storage building. So you can have all that and more to help Ari add some stuff. Okay. And then, of course, I have to do this a little shout out of this as well. I posted this on my personal page, but it's Motivational Monday, but it can be, you know, Terrific Tuesday as well. But I saw this over the weekend, and I thought somebody needs to hear this besides me. And this is my motto for year 2025 for sure, because I always change mine during my birthday time, which will be next week or next month. But embrace your vibrant, authentic self and let the world see your true colors. You're not just meant to exist, you're meant to shine brightly. And that is truth. So don't ever let anybody tell you differently. Now, I always say we got to be respectful. So don't ever be rude to somebody unless they're rude to you. I will say that. But when it comes to somebody coming down at you for doing something in your heart that you think is important to you and that's good to you. Don't let somebody ever, burst your pink cloud, because they're not on your level sometimes, and that's okay. It's okay to be different. But with that said, a lot of events are coming up, and I have it right in front of me because it's not on my social right now. I thought I did have it, but the more I keep looking, I can't find it. So with that said, first and foremost, some big things are happening this week. Tomorrow, we're going to be hearing some information from Kelly and them at the Hitch Outfitters. I cannot wait to see what the big news is, because big things are happening. And I saw, pretty much it looks like potentially, because I saw that their general store is getting bigger and bigger, and they did post on their picture like a general store sign. So I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it, but we'll see. Also, this Saturday is the second Saturday of the month. So it's going to be the second Saturday downtown where businesses open up and come popping. Make sure too, I say this all the time, make sure you give the entire downtown some love. Nathan and them from Cumberland Biscuit are opened, as well as Tops. Come in and enjoy all the cool, fun stuff that they have. And if not, make this your first stop to get something to eat for the rest of the way down. Because I know that, there's that parking area down there between Evelyn Taylor and the Uptown Hair Place, and they have music and stuff like that. But even with bad weather or not, they always have something popping between 6 and 8, and that's everywhere. And you just never know. And it's always cool to come into each store, whether that's a restaurant or a boutique store down here downtown that has just an interesting story to tell. So make sure you check out all the stores this week. And hopefully, I talked to Melody yesterday about doing a little something to help incorporate all the stores, because I think it would be kind of neat to get involved. And it may not be this Saturday because I need a little more time. I got a lot of stuff on my plate right now, but I'm hoping to make this a thing for the second Saturday or the next coming, not this one, but the next month for June. That's my goal. But I can't tell you what it is yet until I'm approved to say it, because I was told not to say anything, and I'm really bad about keeping secrets. It's just truth. Another event coming up this Saturday is the car wash for the Pioneerettes at 9 a.m. at AutoZone. Another thing involving cars is the T and Turbo car meet at the Morrison Nutrition. And then also the big event is the McMinnville Special Games that is happening on Saturday as well in the morning. I think it starts at 10 or 11. I'll give you more details getting closer to time, but just put that in your head. There is going to be a chamber after hours this Thursday, as well as coming up on this Thursday is a bingo with Caring Hearts United. And then, of course, the big thing this week is a shout out to all of Paula's Dance Academy folks. The big recital is this Friday. This Friday. I believe it's Friday, or it's Friday or Saturday. It's one of the 2 days. I had somebody say they can't come to our ball game Friday night because of dance recital. So I think that's what it is. But that's just to name a few of the events going on that I'm aware of. And that is darn tootin' a lot of them. As far as our community calendar goes, which, hold on. Ooh, no, I don't need to open another box. I already have it open. Let me get to it. Takes forever. Don't forget, while this is loading, as I'm waiting patiently for it, if you want a hard copy of our newsletter, you can pick up a hard copy here, of course, at Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli. They're in the windowsill. At some locations, I do want to make a note of this. In some locations, there is a little clear box next to some of the flyers. If you see that, please read the note. Essentially, what it is this not going to let me click on it? Okay. Should be interested in the show. For sure. If you're listening to me, Whitley, why not? I'm always about that. If the community needs it, let's do it. But I'll call you after the show. I just saw it pop up on Messenger. With that said, if you want to get the latest scoop on what has happened in McMinnville, please go to any of these locations. You can go to McMinnville Warren County Chamber of Commerce, Jay's Restaurant in the 3-Star Mall, USA Gym, Gateway Tire and Service, Cumberland Biscuit Company, as well as Tops. They support me as well. Children's Advocacy Center for the 31st Judicial District has copies. Kimmy's Tea Room has copies. Detention at the Elementary has them. Pinnacle Orthopedics, McMinnville Drug Center, Prater's Barbecue, and Reddick Brown Ford. So again, when you see these hard copies, they are for free. But if you see those little boxes, because ink and paper does cost to a point, and I want to make sure that I can keep this going for you guys. And that's my goal, is to keep it going no matter what the circumstances. But if you have change, whether it's a quarter, whether it's $1, put that in the little change bucket for me, because that every little bit helps. And I always say this, it takes a community to keep something going. And that's why the show is what it is. It's because of you guys. And I do have some upcoming new shows happening that's like I said, I have so much I'm getting piled up on now that I am going to be showcasing. Hopefully by the end of this week, but if not, first of next week, I'm going to be showcasing some shows that I'm getting involved in. But with that said, back to the community calendar. And again, if you want to be a part of our community calendar, it's real simple and easy. By joining our text club, the first message that you will receive from me is a thank you for joining, as well as a link to our community calendar. And all you have to have is an email account. You don't have to have a Gmail. You just have to have an email account. Okay, I'll see what that's all about. Somebody just sent me a request. Okay. So happening tonight, of course, Smooth Rapids. If you haven't seen Singo, it's their version of bingo, but I guess it's with singing. You need to check that out. It sounds super fun. I've been trying to go to it, but then we have either ball games and stuff on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and I can't make it. Of course, we already talked about on the 9th is the Garden Party Bingo with Caring Hearts United. On the 11th, which now that I have it in front of me, I will tell you, at 10 a.m. is going to be starting the McMinnville Special Games. So make plans for that. We are going to be out there for a little before we have to go to our 5 o'clock ball game that night. So again, make plans for that. And of course, don't forget that this Sunday officially is Mother's Day. Even though, and I just say you shouldn't celebrate Mother's Day one time. You need to celebrate it as much as you can. Show her whenever there is a moment that you need to show appreciation to your mother, you should. I'm just saying. I think it's a nice thing to do. And then don't forget, too, that on the 11th, there is a Mommy and Me, a Mother's Day special edition of a cookie decorating class. That's going to be on Saturday. And the times that Georgia Sweet Shop is offering is at 12:30, 1:30, and 2:30. You just have to pick a time. And it's $20 per group, so that's you and your child. And if you have any questions, go to Georgia's Sweet Shop. I have posted it on my Facebook page. I'm going to share everything I can once I get off here on the other socials. But yeah, make sure you get a part of that. And then, let's see here. We talked about that. A week from this Saturday, we have 2 big events going on. The Color 5K and the International Aviation Day at the Warren County Airport is going to be happening next Saturday. Color Run is 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then the International Aviation Day is 11 to 12. 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., but that's not right because it's an all-day event. So I saw the flyer. It starts at the breakfast time. We got to fix that. That's all I see for now. But with that said, it has been another amazing, fun-filled, informative day. Please make sure to go pick up your newsletter and get on it. It is free to you guys, free to the public to get it. But if you have in your heart that you want to donate $1, or two. I take what I can get. So, because again, ink and paper cost a lot. And I will say this, our paper is ever so growing. And we want to make sure that we can get anything and everything in that newsletter for you guys. We are working on an upcoming events page. We're trying to do it where it's like 2 weeks at a time. We're working on it's called a One Nation. It's our legislative page, talking about upcoming events for whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. We are even doing a new page about animals in need that need homes, second chances. There's just so much. But next week we will be showcasing, our newsletter will be a graduation edition. And before I let everybody go, because I would like to end with this, and I'm going to start pushing it really hard for the next couple of days. If you have a graduate that you would like to be showcased in our newsletter, please call me at or text me at 931-305-0869 or message me through Facebook or Instagram, as well as YouTube, or you can email me at warrenfirst931@gmail.com. And I say this because we are running a special for grad salutes here that's not only going to be showcased here on Facebook, but here through our newsletter. So all next week, we're going to be showcasing the students with their name and their photo. That's all I'm asking for. And then, but we're gonna make mentions throughout next week. And if you want to have like a sweet little message tied into that for your grad, we'll do that too. And then I'm going to put a video together that's going to play throughout all our social medias, as well as throughout the show here on the podcast. And then also, we're going to be doing a newsletter with all the graduation information and stuff. So between now and this Saturday, if you want to get your child in our newsletter, please contact me as soon as possible. So, and you can get more information on that and more on how you can get your child by following us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify. And there it is right there. You just type in Warren First 931 and you should be able to find me. Or just some people say they just type in Warren First and they find me. And if you see that logo right there that says Warren First with the sun and the little thing, yeah, you'll find me. They always do. Other than that, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you guys Thursday morning. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.